name is MJ, and I'm here with Kris Allen to talk about the awesome work he is doing with Berkeley Music and Music Empowers. So this is your last concert with the kids. How has the whole experience been for you?
It's been such an amazing, inspiring. I don't know. These kids are great. They're so. At least the kids that I've been working with, they're so great at what they do, and they're driven. And I think that they get that stuff from Berkeley. I grew up playing music like they did, but I think because they're around all these musicians, like they become friends with all these musicians, and they write songs with the music. It's so. It's just an amazing thing to think about, and I've been able to hang out with them on the bus a little bit and talk to them, and they're awesome.
Give them some tips, advice for their futures?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to anyways.
Well, cool. So how did you decide which of the songs from your album you were going to play together?
I think I wanted to do something that would, the whole thing is about them. It's not about me, and so I'm just kind of here helping. And so I wanted to do songs that would show off their abilities, and they have like some solos in there that they're gonna do, and I think the 3 songs of mine that we're doing are just, I don't know, I think that they're the best ones to showcase their ability.
Mm-hmm. I heard a little bit in soundcheck, and certainly they've got a lot of talent between them. They really do.
Oh my gosh, the singers are great. The drummer, all of them are great. It really is. Excellent.
So you've become an ambassador for Berkeley City Music, and what does that mean to you, and how important is that to you?
Being around it lately, I've kind of understood that this probably means more now than it did before, and it's nice to know that I was around the school, around these kids, around some of these teachers, and it's such a great organization. It really is. It's a great school, and these kids get an amazing education there. They get to learn about music. They get to learn about how to perform, how to write songs, and I wish I would have had that. And so I'm glad that I'm able to say that I'm a part of this.
Excellent. So obviously a lot of your fans know you played the viola in school.
Mm.
If there was another orchestral instrument that you could have learned, what do you think you might have picked? Is there like a frustrated saxophonist bursting to come out?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I wanted to play. I've always wanted to play saxophone.
Cool.
So I think it's probably because it's the one that makes the most sense to me, because trombone makes no sense. I don't understand that at all. And trumpet, I don't understand that. You have to move your mouth in different ways. That doesn't.
To get the embouchure right.
Exactly.
I have a friend who's a French horn player, so.
And so pushing buttons, I think I could do that.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get someone that can teach you a little bit sometime.
I know. It'd be nice.
That would be fun.
I've always wanted to, so we'll see what happens.
Just bust out a little sax solo sometime.
I need to get one. Maybe then I'll learn.
Yeah, there you go. It's a Christmas gift idea, maybe, or something.
Okay.
Think about that. So, and obviously you played the viola in school. Mm. How much was music a part of your school life, and what do you feel like music education did for you when you were a kid?
I started playing viola when I was in 4th grade, and it was definitely something that we had to do, and I don't know, I mean, it was just one of those things that when you're a kid, you're like, I don't want to play viola, but you have to, and then it got more and more where all my other friends stopped playing, and I kept playing, and I think it obviously gave me like an appreciation for that type of music, but also it gave me, it made me learn how to read music. It made me learn how to hear like chords, and I don't know. I think it was definitely. I don't know. I just loved it. I loved to keep on playing, and it was always first ahead of all the other stuff, whether it be like sports or hanging out with friends.
Well, I think when you get to play in a band or an orchestra, it teaches you a lot about teamwork as well. And do you feel like it gave you like more confidence when you came to perform? Because if you were used to doing that in front of lots of people, do you feel like it maybe gave you some confidence that way?
That stuff is a little bit different just because you're playing with a lot of people.
Sure.
And then, so if you mess up, no one's really going to hear it.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah. And so when you're playing by yourself, if you mess up, then everyone hears it. But
of course.
I do think that just being, just surrounding yourself with music and performing in that way, it probably helps in some way. But, subconsciously it probably helps.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So if you could say something to the budget makers that are wanting to cut funding, what would you say to them? Because it's so sad when that's the first thing that gets cut every time. It's some kind of arts program. So often the music is the first thing to go.
I understand it. Like, I get it, because music programs are expensive. You have to buy instruments. You have to send them on field trips to play stuff, and I can understand that it gets expensive. But I do also know that it is one of those things that I think kids need, whether not just music, like arts, as a whole, with acting, drama, all different kinds of stuff. There's so many things, and I think that I learned so much about what I was as a person, whether it be a musical person or I don't know. And I also think that there are some statistics that say that if you're in music, that you're better at science and math. So
I read some of that and just improved.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, improved the whole brain function, and I think just the self-confidence that you get from performing. I think you can carry that over into other aspects of your life.
Yeah, and also music is cool. Who doesn't like music? Whether it be classical music or rock music or whatever, music is cool. And I know that the orchestra that I played in, they now do like a rock orchestra, so they get to play stuff like that. And I miss out on that. But I do think that stuff like that can keep kids in school too, which is also a big problem now.
Sure, absolutely. It gives them a reason to come in if they know they're going to get to do something really cool.
Yeah, they're going to get to play like a Led Zeppelin song for orchestra or something like that.
Sure, absolutely.
That's really awesome.
I think it's nice when they mix in the more modern stuff with not just what can be considered the more kind of highbrow classical stuff. If you can get some of that rock stuff in, or movie scores from movies they've been to see, that's always fun.
I remember playing like the Forrest Gump score when we were in junior high, and just like, oh, this is so cool, it sounds just like the movie.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite movies, so
absolutely.
Stuff like that can really get you involved, I think.
Definitely, I agree, for sure. So, quick questions about the new album. Obviously you're hard at work on album number 2.
Yes.
How are you feeling about the whole process, and is it going well for you? You feel comfortable and confident with the way it's going?
I do. I feel a lot more confident in songwriting with other people and in my own stuff as well. And so we have I don't know how many songs, but we have a good chunk of songs right now, and I'm still writing some more, so we'll see. And it seems like not every song is amazing, but I don't think there's one song that I've written with anybody that I've been like, that one just sucks, It may not be for me, but maybe it's for somebody else. Maybe I wrote a song, for somebody else while I'm doing this album, so that'd be great.
Well, yeah, how that worked with Matt Morrison.
Exactly, and I mean, I think it happens because I don't know why, but not every time do I feel like I write a song that's for me, and I feel like that's okay. But I'm not in the writing world yet to where I can be like, hey, you want to sing this song?
But maybe that's something you can build on. Now you've got the Matt Morrison thing, maybe that's something you can kind of build on the side.
Yeah, maybe so.
Create your own stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of different styles that I feel like I write in, and so whether it be sometimes I'll write a country song, and I'm like, I'm not a country guy. I think that there's definitely like a little bit of that in my music, but it's not like a straight country song. I can't imagine putting that on an album.
Sure. What's like the new song, the Shut That Door and Keep That Devil Out? It's not something we would necessarily expect to hear from you. It's got that Elvis rockabilly vibe to it, and it's great. And it may not be ideally what you want for the album, but it's so much fun to play. It's fun to hear.
It's real fun to play.
So it's good to experience different, get the chance to experience different genres within what you're writing. I think it's great. So, and do you feel like you're going into this album with a better understanding of the whole process? Now you've kind of done it once, you were kind of thrown in at the deep end having to learn a lot. Do you feel like this time you might be able to get more involved in like the production side of things?
Yeah, I can't wait to have the songs that we're gonna have and then get in the studio. Whenever that is, or whoever that's with, I cannot wait to do that, because I got a little taste of that before, and I'm getting little pieces of it now, being cutting demos and stuff. But it's so much fun, and I love doing it. I love like brainstorming with people. What should this sound like, or what cool instrument could we put on this? Would it be like a xylophone or something crazy? And And also just timing-wise, trying to make sure that everything happens in the right time, whether it be when the single comes out. Don't just put the single out, like, let's make sure there's a video for it, make sure all this stuff is right before you just start throwing music out there.
Sure.
And so I learned a lot over the past couple of years, and if I want stuff to happen, I'm going to have to be the person to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I think some of it's knowing the right questions to ask, and having been through that process once, now you've got that kind of idea of where you need to go and what you need to ask and what you need to make sure happens to make sure it goes the way you want it to.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't anybody's fault. It just everything happened so fast after the show, and so I feel so much more confident. I feel like everything is just happening right, and it's gonna be good.
Great.
The songs are good.
Excellent. Well, I know the fans are incredibly excited to hear anything that comes out that's new.
Yeah.
And wish you every success. So thanks ever so much for taking the time and for supporting such a great cause as well.
Yeah.
I think it's really important.
You can go to my website, krisallenofficial.com, and click on the Music Empowers button, and it'll take you to where you can donate. So if anybody wants to donate, you can
Absolutely. If anyone's got the money to do it, donate. It's a great cause. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks.